Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build, and today I am building another little modern extension cottage. I mentioned in my last build like this that I was building another one, and this one I actually started off building first, and then I started building the other one and finished that one and then came back and finished this one. So it's been quite a process, but I've had a lot of fun building these little cottages with modern extensions, and I think out of the two, this one ends up being my favorite. But if you guys watched the last speed build, you'll have to let me know if you have a favorite. I'll link it in the description, that way if you have missed it you can see it. It's called Rosewood Cottage, but it's also a tiny little cottage here on the Windenburg Island that I have added a modern extension to, which I think is a lot of fun and something I've never done before. So I've been having a lot of fun with these builds, and like I mentioned before, I would love to fill this entire island with builds like these. So if you do like this, please let me know. And yeah, anyways, so this one is for a family, and it has 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a kitchen dining room area, as well as an office, all in the cottage part of the house. So the bedrooms end up being quite small. You could obviously change that up into being 2 bedrooms, would, you know, because the kids' rooms are pretty small. They're like closet bedrooms. You'll see that when we get onto the interior, but I feel like I made it work for the space, and I did take a sim through and have them like make sure they could sit and use everything that was in the bedroom, so it should be pretty functional. And then the modern extension is their living room, which I thought was so nice for a family because it's a place probably where they all hang out, they can play video games, watch TV, and then have a great view of the water, and I just love it so much. So you guys will definitely have to let me know what you guys think. I have been very excited to share this one with you guys, and so sorry that it took so long, but I just have not had much of a chance to do this voiceover. So yeah, I've just been a little bit busy, and I know that's been like my story for like a month or 2 now, so I just apologize if you've been waiting to see this one, because I think it's already been a little while since I've shared the last one. But I have shared a starter in between, which I will be sharing another starter, but also I'm really excited for this next build, at least the one that I just started working on. It's a mansion, which I haven't built like a true mansion, I don't think, in forever. I mean, when the Sims first came out, if you go way back on my gallery, you'll see that I built like a castle, which was just for fun and to like learn how to use the tools and just kind of mess around a little bit, but I'm not too into that fantasy type of gameplay, so I've never really gone back and built anything castle-y before, because I built one that was like a traditional like stone castle, and then I built one that was more like a Arabian style castle or kind of build. I don't know. You can go back way back on my gallery and see those if you would like to. They're probably not that great because, like I said, it was when I first got the game, and so I didn't have much building practice. But this is probably the most true to a mansion that I've done in a long time. It's on the 64 by 64 in Brindleton Bay, which I'm very excited about because I love building in the style of that world, and so it's very coastal, and I got the structure all down. I just need to do the landscaping and the interior, and I will be able to share with you guys. So I'm very excited about that, and I'll quit talking about it because it has nothing to do with this build. But anyways, okay, so back to this build. I'm doing the landscaping right now, which I had so much fun using this ivy from Get Together. I think it looked so pretty. I don't know, just with the lighting, and it has a really nice 3-dimensional shape to it, and I don't know why I don't use that ivy very much. Maybe because it's so blocky and like in the structure to it, maybe I just feel like it's a little bit hard to use, but I think for this build it turned out really nicely, and I did leave like these areas like gated in, so it kind of creates some sort of a little bit of space, and then the yard's kind of overgrown with plants and rocks and kind of grasses to blend them into the Windenburg Island. And then outside in the little areas, I get a fire pit on the backyard one, as well as a couple little planter boxes, and I think I get the laundry hanger. There's laundry machines on the inside too, so you could use either one if you wanted to switch it out for something else, because I did think about putting the monkey bars back there. You'll see me pull them out once we like decorate the patios, and I didn't want to block the view, and it felt kind of weird to put the monkey bars on top of these stones, because I was like, I know this won't happen in game, but if the kids fell off the monkey bars and then landed on the stone like ground, I feel like that would like be really like a really hard surface and not like landing on the grass. And then I thought about putting the monkey bars by the tree, so it's like a whole ridiculous process. So what I end up doing in the end is the front little patio area, I do end up putting the little block station table that I think we got with Parenthood, and then a dollhouse as well. So there's some activities for them to do. And I did skip over the floor plan in this build, and pretty much the only reason for that was this build took me a long time, so I did have to kind of cut some stuff out to make the build a little bit of a reasonable length to watch. And so I did cut that out, and so I do already have the wallpapers, the flooring, and yeah, I think that's about it. Everything else I left in, I'm pretty sure. Maybe some of the landscape is cut out. But this is the living room area, the modern extension. I think it is so pretty with these tiles on the floor. I just think they complement each other so well. The brown tiles, the dark like blacks, and then the whites. I just really love the way this interior turned out. I think it is so pretty. And then unlike the other cottage that I did, the part of the cottage that's still the old traditional cottage, I mixed in a little bit more modern elements within the old part of the cottage. So like the kitchen's been renovated, just not the exterior, doesn't have these large windows, and then the bathrooms have been renovated. The office and dining and the bedrooms are all still pretty traditional, but have modern elements mixed in with them. And I did think about the family a little bit as I was decorating this house. You'll notice when we get into the office area that I put some like cop-like decorations from Get to Work. So I did imagine that one of the parents in this house was a police officer, and I kind of thought that maybe they wanted to kind of move out to the Windenburg Island. Maybe they're retiring, or maybe they've had an injury and they kind of wanted to get away and take their family away from, maybe they were being a cop in San Myshuno and it just got too rough. Maybe, I don't know, I kind of thought that was a fun idea. And then maybe their husband or wife decided that it would be best to live near the water, and they love the ocean. So I kind of put little like sea-like decorations throughout the house, little like nautical decorations. So I imagine they just want to be by the water, and then one of them's a cop. It's not like a solid idea or solid thought out family, but that's what I was imagining. And then they have two kind of younger children. The bedrooms, I did decorate them both to be for like children's Sims, but I did imagine one of them to be for closer to a preteen, so maybe like 12 or 13, and then the other bedroom is for like a 7 or 8 year old. That's what I was thinking. I really wish we had preteens in game. I doubt we will ever get that life stage, but I think it would be pretty cool, and it would add a little bit more realism, and I really enjoy having a bit of realism in my game, and it just seems a bit weird to jump from like 8 or 9 years old to like 17. You know, it's basically the teenagers are basically young adults. They don't look very different, so it'd be really nice to have a life stage somewhere in the middle of kind of that transition, because I feel like it's just kind of a big jump and doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But that's just me. I'm getting very antsy though to see what's coming in the future of the game, because it's been so long since we've had an announcement or any sort of thing, because the last thing that we got was the My First Pet stuff, which was weird and a lot of controversy, and it was kind of sprung upon us randomly and we weren't expecting it. There was no clue to it in the teaser or, you know, anything like that. It was just all of a sudden we were getting a stuff pack and we're like, what? And like I said, then all the controversy, and then now we haven't heard about anything in quite some time, so I'm getting very antsy, very excited to see what's coming. Hopefully we will hear something soon. I don't know if we're gonna have to wait till June. I forget what the event is, but whatever that event in June, I'm not sure if we'll have to wait till then to hear something. But anyways, so I am putting together the kitchen right now, and I went with the black countertops and counters or in cabinets like I did in the last build. I just feel like they look super sleek and modern, and I felt like it was pretty cohesive with the rest of the build. I did think about doing like a different color of cabinet than my previous build, because I didn't want it to be too repetitive, but I just felt like it worked really well with this build. So that's what I did, and I kind of wish I would have added a little bit more color to the walls, because later on in the bathroom, downstairs, and the office, I do add like this stucco or concrete wall. I believe it was from Jungle Adventure, but it has this like really creamy brown color to it. You'll see me pull it out when we decorate those rooms, and I kind of wish I would have added an accent wall with that in here, because I feel like it's pretty dark, or pretty like, it's pretty bland. I mean, I tried to add some color with like some plants and candles and a little bit of decorations of fruit, add some color as well, but it's pretty black and white, so I kind of wish I would have added something else to add a bit other color, but still a neutral color. So I think a brown accent wall would have worked really nicely in here. And then I also add a cat tree and a food dish here in the kitchen. I did imagine that they'd have at least a cat or a dog. I guess I imagined more of a cat since I did add the cat tree, but you can switch that out for other items if you prefer. But I thought it fit really nicely in that corner and gave somewhere for the cat to hang out. And then over here, I do create the office, and the bathroom down here is also the laundry room. So there's the washing machine and the dryer in there as well. So yeah, I thought that was pretty nice because it's a pretty large bathroom, so I thought it would work pretty nicely doubled as a laundry room. And then this hallway, I just kind of fill in with little bits of decoration. It's kind of sparse, I think, for a hallway. When I was taking screenshots, I was like, it's kind of empty feeling a little bit, at least on the left side of the hallway. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I end up getting just a few little decorations and paintings in here. The hallway's not really that exciting, but I do have a runner rug that goes all the way down the hallway, which I think looks really pretty. It's the one that came with the vampires, which it comes in the two separate pieces that kind of snap together. Oh, I would love to see more of those in game. I think that'd be so nice. Maybe ones that are a little bit more modern or more plushy, like a fluffier rug. I know we have that one long rug that's fluffy, but it doesn't snap together. It's only, one solid piece. But more of those would be really nice. You'll see me pull it out here in just any second. So here I am pulling it out, and see, they just snap together. You can make it as long as you want. You could have like an entire lot with one rug that spans the entire thing, and it would just be all snapped together and look perfect. So I really like that item. Would love to see more like it in the future. But as you can see, I just put a little table against the wall with a few decorations and a painting, and then I decided to add another back door over here, just because it felt a little weird to have like this dead-end corner in the hallway. And then I just put some, like a shoe rack, I think the broom, and then I also get the Parenthood chalkboard thing that's for like the kids' curfews and stuff. I get that out there as well, and I think that's pretty cool and may come in pretty handy since this is a family home. I haven't used that item too much myself, but you can of course remove it if you don't want it. But I think it doesn't really do anything unless you actually set the schedule for the kids and like what time they have to be home. Other than that, I think it's just wall decoration. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I think that's how it works. But yeah, so this area is going to be the office, which I love the way this room turns out. It is so cozy, and I just love all the little decorations. And like I said, I did imagine that a cop lived in this house, so I do have some cop decorations in here, and I imagine that this is primarily their office. So I don't know if they are really retired or not, or if they just are taking on more detective duties and working a little bit more from home, so they wanted a nice office space for that. Not really sure, but you guys can do it whatever you want in this house, of course. But I did have a lot of fun adding those little elements, because I feel like the cop career is something that I forget about a little bit more when tailoring houses to certain Sims. I guess the doctor career I forget about a little bit too, but you can kind of have a doctor live in whatever house. They don't really need certain items at home to really go be a doctor, but we have a lot of cool little kind of cop decorations that I thought looked really nice in here. So yeah, I like the way it turns out, and I had a lot of fun adding the little kind of nautical elements as well. So I do size down that ship steering wheel and set it up on the desk, which I think looks so cool, and then have the lighthouse up there, and I think it works really nicely. You guys will have to let me know what you guys think, but I just think this office turns out so cozy, and just really happy with the way it turns out. And it's definitely really traditional. I didn't get as many modern elements in this room as I do in other parts of the house, because you'll see that the bathrooms are pretty modern, actually completely modern, I'm pretty sure, because I use a lot of the same items that I use in the kitchen. So we got like similar countertops. I was going to try to do something different. You'll notice I have like a lot of whites in here, and I was going to do a little bit more browns and stuff, but I ended up going with black appliances because it just worked well with the kitchen. And then I think the cabinets, I may have used a different cabinet. I can't remember exactly. We'll find out. It's been a little while since I did decorate this, because I know at first I was going to go for these like cream cabinets, but I think I switched them out for the black ones. Now I am just completely questioning myself because I don't remember, but we will see. But yeah, I do like the way these bathrooms turned out. There's two more upstairs. They're both pretty small with a stand-up shower. So this one does have a bathtub, so that's pretty nice. If you have a toddler or a dog and you need to bathe them, you can do that down here. Even though I didn't create a toddler bedroom, you could of course switch out one of the beds for a toddler or whatever you'd like to do with them. But so as you can see, the bathroom is pretty pale in comparison to the modern kitchen and living area. So I do switch it up here in just a second, which I'm really happy I did that, and really happy with the brown accent wall that I add in here as well. And like I was saying, I wish I would have took that element into the kitchen, which I don't think I've uploaded it to the gallery. So depending on how it looks, I might change that before I upload it to the gallery. And yeah, I think that would be a pretty good decision. But yeah, so I really like how I added these upper head cabinets in the bathroom. I've done that in a couple builds recently, and I think it looks so realistic. Like there's just extra storage. Maybe you'd put towels up there, linens and whatnot, or extra laundry soap, and I think that looks pretty cool. So really happy with that, and trying to fit that litter box somewhere. I just ended up putting in a little back hallway, which I think works pretty nice. And as you can see, I'm trying to figure out what I can do, because I just felt like the walls were just way too white and needed some sort of a kind of a pop of different color. But anyways, so I decided to go and decorate this shelf unit, china cabinet, whatever you call it, hutch thing, before I finished the bathroom. I kind of glanced over and realized that it was pretty empty and needed some decoration, which I'm really happy with the way it turns out. I think it looks so nice, and really like the little bit of personal clutter here over on this shelf. I think it turns out really cute, and yeah, I don't know, hopefully you guys will like it too. I kind of bounce around these rooms a little bit, so hopefully it's not too dizzy. I tried to not speed up the footage too much because I noticed I was kind of all over the place while doing this one. Because like I said, I did build half of it, and then I just got really stuck in this build, and then came back and then finished it. But very happy with the way it turns out in the end. But as you can see, I just switched out the appliances for black ones and changed out the cabinets as well, and then mixed up these curtains from the First Pet stuff to the Parenthood ones, just because I thought they worked a little bit better. And the bathroom, I still feel like needs a little bit of something. Maybe it's just not my style exactly. It is pretty clean and modern, and that's kind of far away from typically how I build things. So, but I think it would suit the family that lives here, because I feel like they are really into the modern elements. At least one of the parents is definitely. I kind of was thinking when I was thinking about the family for this house that they were, one of them was like, okay, we can live by the water if I can renovate one of those old cottages or something. I kind of thought that'd be cute. And then the other one was like, okay, I have to be by the ocean because I love to fish or sail or something. But anyways, so now we are on to the upstairs, and these are the tiny little bedrooms. So they are definitely closet bedrooms, but I feel like for one of these old little cottages, they probably would have small bedrooms and all the rooms would be really cramped and tight. You could of course narrow the hallway a bit if you wanted to make the bedrooms a little bit bigger. You could maybe add more modern extensions for bedrooms, or you could turn this half of the house into one large bedroom the same size of the parents' bedroom, and then that would give you a lot more room. I don't know, there's plenty of things that you could do, but I decided to have two small bedrooms because I definitely wanted there to be two kids in this house, and I wanted them to have their own separate bedrooms to kind of develop their own little personality. So this one I imagine to be for the older one, so like 12 or 13, and other than that, I didn't really decide too much about their personality. I just kind of decided to decorate it cute, at least what I thought was cute. I had a lot of fun with these blues and yellows and kind of turquoise colors and greens. I thought the wallpaper was really pretty, and just tried to make it look nice. They have a couple movie posters in here, so maybe they're a movie buff. Other than that, yeah, they don't really have too many sort of skill building items that maybe stand out or give the sim any personality, but they're a child sim, so they have their entire lives to develop their personality and their hobbies and stuff like that. And then the other bedroom, they're really into void critters, so that's why I can imagine them to be the younger one of the two. So they're, like I said, if we're thinking in real human, real people ages, I was thinking like 7 or 8, and really into void critters. But yeah, I really actually like the way both of these bedrooms turned out, even though they're super cramped and small. I feel like sometimes I even like those kind of bedrooms more. I don't know, sometimes when a bedroom's too big, like you have some awkward empty spaces and you're like, what do I put here? And you end up kind of putting things that don't really make a whole lot of sense. So that's probably why I end up liking these bedrooms, even though they're pretty small, because all the little spaces are filled in with everything they need. And I did play test it, so the sim was able to get to the bed, they were able to sit on the cushions. The only thing that I did have trouble with was in the other bedroom. I do place down a chair and I could not get the sim to sit in it at all, so I do have to switch a couple things around off camera, so I will point out those changes to you when we get to the room. But yeah, I do add a laundry hamper in all of the bedrooms, but I was thinking as I was taking the screenshots, that's probably not necessary, because what I've seen from other people who, like, I watch Let's Plays, and then what I've experienced in-game, one laundry hamper seems to be plenty. I mean, I guess you'd want more laundry hampers, that way it's not overflowing if you have a bunch of Sims, but probably less laundry hampers would be at least a little bit better, so you're not constantly trying to find which ones have clothes in it. I don't know. Maybe I should play with it a little bit more and figure that out, because I'm just not really sure. But anyways, it's not very exciting to talk about, but we are on to the second kid's bedroom of the house. So they do have that fun bed cover, and I did originally have wallpaper for both bedrooms, and I'm pretty sure I changed them both once I started decorating them. Sometimes I go through and lay out wallpapers and then don't even stick with it at all, so sometimes I wonder, I'm like, should I even bother laying out wallpaper to begin with? I don't know, but I think this room turns out so cute. It's so colorful with the pinks and purples and yellows and all the little critters and stuff everywhere and posters. It's such a fun room. I just adore it. I think it's such a cute little kid's room. You guys will have to let me know if you have a favorite between the two. I just think it is so pretty, and the lighting that comes in through the windows, like, I am just obsessed with the lighting on this island in general. Like, taking screenshots is so nice, and like just playing it any time of the day. I feel like this island is just so pretty. Love it a lot. But anyways, so you'll see where I placed that kind of toy box thing, which something that I find a little bit weird is that it doesn't function as a toy box. It's just decoration. Kind of think it should function as a toy box. But anyways, I do believe I move it because I put it on this opposite side of the chair right here, and it was blocking the Sim from being able to sit in the chair. So I believe I swap out it. I think I move it over to where the laundry hamper is, and then move the laundry hamper over by the chair. So you'll notice that in the screenshots that they're kind of just flipped around a tiny little bit, but essentially it looks exactly the same. I just think the laundry hamper and the toy box is moved so the Sim could actually sit in the chair. It was an adult Sim, but I don't think it matters whether or not it was an adult or child Sim that sits in the chair, just as long as they can get to the chair at all. But anyways, it's probably not that important, but I thought I would point it out to you guys if you were like, hey, why is it different than when she decorated it? What'd she do off camera? I don't know. But anyways, so I do love the way this room turns out. It's probably my favorite of the two. So cute. And then this is going to be the master bedroom. So this is how I was saying you could do the layout if you wanted to make one large bedroom instead of having two small bedrooms with a bathroom in between. So this is the parents' room, and it does have a tiny little ensuite to the right of the screen right now. So they have a tiny little bathroom. It's pretty much the same as the one in between the other two bedrooms. Stand-up shower, sink. I think I copy over a lot of the decorations. I do leave it in because it didn't take that long, so I didn't really feel the need to cut it out. But I love the way the bedroom turns out because even though it's still traditional looking, I added a lot more modern elements in this bedroom, and I just think it turns out so pretty. I had a lot of fun just adding different little decorations in here. I wanted to add a fireplace, but once I stuck it in there, I was like, this is too big, too crowded, and I had a lot of fun using like the black furniture. I feel like I don't use black furniture that often, and I was talking about it a little bit when we were downstairs in the house, in the living room area, in the kitchen, but I really enjoyed using it in this bedroom, like the black dresser and the mirror. I just thought it looked really pretty and added some kind of contrast to the white walls, and I just felt like it tied in really nicely with the rest of the build. I'm not sure if that's just me. Maybe you guys agree, maybe you don't. You can, of course, let me know what you guys think. And then over here, I just add a little just side table with some decorations, nothing too exciting. And I think that's about it for this room. I don't think I add anything else. I don't think there's any skill building or bookshelves or anything like that. I think just a few plants and decorations. I think I also get a laundry hamper in here, of course. And then I think that's it. Do really love the way it turns out. I think it looks super classy and really cozy at the same time. Really like it a lot. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to building the rest of this Windenburg Island. Really looking forward to finding other inspirational pictures and kind of little cottages with modern extensions. If you guys have any ideas for these type of builds, I would very much appreciate it. And also thank you to those of you guys on Twitter who helped me decide which thumbnail to use. I was not very sure which one I should go with, but I really appreciate it a lot, and I haven't decided the name yet, so at this point I can't give credit to whoever gave me the name, but which one I go with, I will definitely link their Twitter in the description. So thank you guys so much for your help, and also your wonderful feedback on these builds in general. I really appreciate it. And also thank you guys so much for 23,000 subscribers. We just hit that recently, and I am super grateful and so happy that you guys are here. I am just so excited, and I get so many wonderful comments every single day, and I just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate it, and I have so much fun making these videos for you guys, and so happy that you enjoy watching them. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you. Really appreciate it. But anyways, so as you can see, I was trying to place these monkey bars so much. I didn't want to place them in front of the view. I didn't want to place them on the stones, and I just wasn't really sure what to do with them. So if it doesn't bother you blocking the view, then probably that would be a good spot for it. Or if it doesn't bother you for them to be on the tiles, or maybe you could shrink up the kind of little closed in tile area, or not tile, stone area, maybe that would work. But I decided to create a little play area with the little building blocks, and the dollhouse I thought was pretty cute, and I feel like there's probably still plenty of activities on the island, even if they don't have so many like outdoor activities. There's like fishing, and probably could hunt for frogs and, I don't know, collect things. I'm sure there's plenty of things for them to do. But yeah, that's about it for this build. I think I just add a few more decorations around the exterior, like this school project, and then I thought about adding a couple other little activities like the activity table or something, but I just went with the building block thing in the end. And then I have a fire pit out here in the back, which I think is super cozy, a nice little area to hang out. I also think a hot tub would be pretty nice back there as well. I don't know, but you could add whatever you want. It is up on the gallery if you would like to download it. The link will be in the description. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!